Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here, and what I got for you today is another flight of the Cheerson CX-23. Now, Cheerson is holding a contest for the CX-23. For those owners of the CX-23, it's the contest is for them. The prizes aren't very spectacular. It's like extra batteries for this, and I think there's a Cheerson CXOF that they're putting up for the prizes. But it's a very simple contest, and since I got a CX-23, I'm going to enter. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to do long distance flying over the desert, FPV Explorer flying, following the roads to see how far I can get at with this little quadcopter and still maintain FPV reception. Additionally, regarding the contest, the rules are you have to show that you are flying the quadcopter. You know, put the camera on you to prove that you're flying this thing. The video should be smooth. They're going to be using smoothness of the video. Not a lot of jerky movement. Unfortunately, I had a lot of coffee this morning, so I can't guarantee mine's not going to be a lot of jerky video. Video editing is one of the rules of it. Background music, again, I don't have much background music other than the Quadcopter 101 theme song, and you have to have Cheerson CX-23 in the title of the video on YouTube. And then once you put a video together, send the link off to Martin at Cheerson. I'll include his link down below where you can send your video to. So that should be interesting. So for today's video, like I said, I'm going to be following the roads, staying close to the roads, and on top of that, although you can receive FPV video through the monitor, I'm also going to be wearing goggles. And the reason I'm wearing goggles is, you can use goggles with this, and on top of that, these goggles happen to have a flat panel antenna. Now, if I keep the flat panel antenna pointed toward the quadcopter, I should get better range, better FPV range from the quadcopter. So that's what I'm going to aim for today, is to better range through using goggles. So hope you enjoy this flight. Let's get it up in the air. Okay, take it to the air, pressing the takeoff button. And checking its stability, going up a little bit higher, get it away from us. And the view looks good. Now, remember I mentioned I'm going to be wearing goggles. So let's put the goggles on. I'm going to fly toward the west. And then I'm going to look for the roads as I'm flying west and see if I can follow the roads back once I find them. There's a maze of roads out here. Okay, pitching forward. And gaining some altitude too. And we're going over one road there. Oh, wait a minute, folks. I forgot to do one thing. This has a camera to record with. Hitting recording on the camera. Camera is recording. Pitching forward again and going over that road. I have good reception right now with my goggles. Hold on, let me see which of the numbers here is the range. Guess I'm at about, I'm saying 86 meters, is that it? No, that's the GPS. One notch further, past the 100 meters. See a road coming up here. Let me adjust my goggles for my eyes so I can see these numbers a little better here. Now you do get the FPV, or you do get the distance, and you get all this what am I trying to say, telemetry info with these goggles. I'm 123 meters, 126 meters out. Still doing good. Going up higher too to improve my reception. This planar, flat panel antenna works very well with these goggles. 165 meters out. Looking for my voltage. Pretty dang far out. 200 meters out. Still got good FPV reception with these goggles. Going up a little bit higher too. 227 meters out.
You're too far away now.
245 meters out. Still have excellent reception on the goggles. And I'm going to plop it right there for a second, folks. I'm going to look at my, still got a lot of voltage, 7.7 volts. Oh yeah, it's down in the lower left corner there, voltage. 7.7 volts, still got tons of voltage. So going further out.
Can you see it? Huh?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, not me.
295 meters out. $322 meters out. Still got excellent reception on this little thing.
Where is it?
Shh. You got visual on it, right, hon?
No.
What? 397 meters out. Let's see if we can make it all the way to 500. 430 meters out. 460 meters out. Still got 7.7 volts. 510 meters out. 520 meters out. And it looks like we're reaching the limits of my transmitter right there, because I think it's doing a return to home. Okay, it's stuck at 560 meters out, and it's getting a little wobbly there. So I'm going to turn toward the sun now. Turn back toward us. That should be toward us now. And it should show some reduction in the numbers when I push forward. No. So turning the other way. That's showing reduction in numbers. So that's bringing it back toward us. But we lose some of the FPV reception. I'm going to adjust my head a bit, see if I can improve the FPV reception. Pushing forward. 470 meters. Now that arrow, I don't know how accurate that return to home arrow is. Oh, there's a road down there. That's what I was supposed to be following. And there's the gully. So I'm assuming that's the way back. There's a gully there and a road going through the gully. I hear it off to my left. So I'm turning my head to the left. 285, 270, it's coming back. There's a car out here with us, folks. So I don't want to go by that car, but I see the road. I see the road that's going to bring us back to us.
Oh, there you go.
Hear that little mosquito up in the sky, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Still got 7.5 volts. Boy, I don't know about that marker antenna, or that arrow in the bottom center, folks. That's supposed to point back home, but it doesn't seem to do that. So hopefully Cheerson will fix that in the future. I'm going over this gully. Oh, I got to put my head in the direction of where I hear that quadcopter. Got to keep the panel pointed toward the quadcopter, folks. Going over the gully. I hear it over that way. We're 250 meters out. Well, that's not a road. Well, there's a road. Roads, who need roads when you got a quadcopter? But following that out, 270 meters out this way now. Yep, FPV Explorer. That's what this little thing could do, and does it very well, actually. Exploring areas. Put on one of these FPV goggles, and it's like you're being up there. Like you're up there in the sky with it. I'm going to follow this other road back. Okay, 7.4 volts. I'm going to start returning home here shortly. After I go out this way. To about 300 meters. So I'm going to go out to about 300 meters. And what I'm going to do, folks, at 300 meters is plop it down. Once I reach 300 meters. Following On the road, following the road. I don't know what that was. Little blip. 297, 200, 300 meters. Okay, I'm going to plop it there. Move my goggles up, and then I'm going to hit the return to home button. Make sure I'm hitting the return to home button. And return to home. Let's see this thing bring itself back by itself. Back home. Should be on its way home. Goes up first. And then now I'm seeing the numbers reduce. So it definitely is returning. I'm watching through my goggles as it comes back. Coming back real fast too. And we're almost here. Take off my goggles, I'll watch it land. And I'll take the hat back from my wife here. Here, watch it, hon. As soon as it comes down, I'll take it over. 7.3 volts, still got some good voltage on this. How accurate is this going to be? Just to show that I am the one that's flying it, as per the rules. Ta-da! I'd say we're about 3 meters off, folks. 2 to 3 meters. Thanks, Ed. Okay, I'm going to finish out this flight with altitude, or what do you call that? Let me get it in the air first, hold on. Altitude hold. I'm going to try its altitude hold, and we're going to switch mode to altitude hold. Now the wind's blowing it, see how the wind's blowing it? But we're going to do the last part of this flight, just fun flying in altitude hold. Close in, fun flying, altitude hold. It's a fast little quad in altitude hold. Long Range Explorer. Cheerson's got something here. One thing though, its camera seems to be a little bit, it doesn't have automatic gain control. I don't see any, because the camera is a little bit washed out, especially in my goggles. That's one improvement I could see added to this. You know, improve the camera a bit with automatic gain control. Because I think it's set up for, the camera's set up for darker environments. Out here in the desert, it's really washed out. Okay, did I say, let's put it back to GPS real quick. Let's go up to this side. Turn it there. Point it here and say, hey, I like my shirt today, folks. So, still got voltage on this thing. Neat little flyer. I'm in GPS mode right now, by the way. I switched back to GPS. Showing this little thing up close. Very nice, very stable, very easy to fly. You know, beginners probably could fly this little thing safely. So, you know, I'm hesitant about recommending brushless and GPS quadcopters to beginners, but this one, you know, is just about the right size for a beginner. It's not cheap though, definitely not cheap. So we'll fly it until, okay, that's the automatic landing error. We want 7.2 volts. I am in GPS mode right now, but I'm getting indications that I should be landing. So we're going to land it here shortly. Okay, hear that beep beep? That's telling you to land. I'm at 7.2 volts, so we're going to land it right now. Automatic landing right there where it's at. Coming down. Coming down. Letting it land. Wood's hitting it right now. Okay, there we go. It's an idle. Let it stop. And there we go. So that is Cheerson CX-23. Long distance, long range flying across the desert. Hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101 signing out.